Good morning. It's Monday morning, and I've been going through Grow with Nancy for a while. I wanted to film you a video this morning, but I wanted to get some thoughts in my head as I read through all of your posts and your questions and your desires and your dreams. This one thing that I notice that everyone needs to do, some of you are already doing it and some are not. There are a lot of you ladies who are making beautiful wreaths, and you've never tried to sell before. And I've noticed a couple of people have said, well, I've never tried Facebook. I didn't think that would help me sell. So I want to talk about that thought just a minute, and then I want to tell you some things about Etsy. When you have a group such as this one, and you request to become a member, one of the processes that we go through when we approve you to let you in is we click on each one of your names and we click on your Facebook page. The reason we do that is because there are a lot of spammers out there who set up fake Facebook pages just to get into groups like ours, and we didn't want that. So I have someone helping me who's very experienced with this also. And in the beginning she told me, you don't let anyone in a group unless they have posts and pictures that have comments on them. So there are some ladies who were turned down from being in the group in the beginning because they may have had a few photos. They said they had, Facebook said they had likes to their pages, some of them 50, 100, 200, but there were no comments. There were only a few photos. I realize now, as I'm being a lot more careful and spending more time on your pages when I approve you to let you in, that you're not spammers. You are people who have really not gotten used to using Facebook to its fullest. I've noticed a lot of you are a little afraid of Facebook because you have your security settings set very high. So if someone like me goes in to look at your page to see what your hobby might be, to see what photos you post of things that you've made, to see if you're selling online, to see a little bit about yourself and your family, you've got security set so high that I can't see that. Now, what if I were a potential customer for you and I saw that you had a Facebook page, or I might search to see if you have a Facebook page, and honestly, if I'm going to spend a substantial amount of money, and when I say substantial, I mean, $200, $250, $300, which can be the price of a wreath, I look for information about the person that I am purchasing from, and I look at their Facebook page. And if I see some pages like some of the ones that I've seen as we've been letting people into the group, I know you have not meant to do this on purpose, and I know a lot of you really just don't know how to handle Facebook. But in looking at some of your pages, if I were considering purchasing from you, I may not have because of what I did not see on your page. Now, as I realized that, I've been thinking about how I can help you feel more comfortable in Facebook. And you can't just sell from Facebook. You can't just start posting photos and sell from Facebook. You have to have another way of selling first. So that's Etsy. It is very, very important that each one of you have a store on Etsy, a place where you can sell, where you can put photos of your items. And as you list an item, as soon as you list it, on the right side down the page a little bit, there's a box that you can click that will put that photo, that wreath or whatever it is that you've made, that will list it on your Facebook page. And there's also a link that you can click on that will send out a tweet in Twitter saying that you've listed an item on your Facebook page. Now, that is a really good way to start building up your Facebook page too. And I know a lot of you are hesitant to even sell on Etsy, but please don't be. What harm can it do? You may put 2 or 3 photos up there and not get any response. You may put 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 photos and start getting some interest. I want you to go into Etsy today if possible. I want you to read about it. If you don't have an Etsy store, I want you to read everything that Etsy has. I want you to look at their videos. I want you to grow very, very familiar with Etsy. And then if you have a wreath or wreaths available, or if you have jewelry or wooden items, whatever it is that you make, if you have photos of those, of some that you have ready to sell right now, and maybe you've just only done craft shows up till now, get your photos ready and put them on Etsy. It doesn't matter if they don't sell immediately. It doesn't matter if you don't understand every single thing about Etsy immediately. The first time that I put wreaths on there, I had never sold on there before, and honestly, I only read just enough to learn how to set up my store. And it was after I had all of my items in Etsy, or I had a good showing of items in Etsy, that I really started studying it. And as I did, and as I made changes, and as I promoted my items, they started selling. And I started clicking on that link that would send that photo to my Facebook page. Now you'll find that there's a place within Etsy where you link up your Facebook fan page or business page with Etsy. That's easy to do. I want y'all to get started. I see so many beautiful wreaths, and I see so many of you that are hesitant. And I know a lot of it is probably a lack of confidence, because that's what we talked about in my last video to you. But it's not all that. Truly, I've realized so many of you have heard maybe some bad things about Facebook, and you don't want to use it. You don't want to let photos of yourself out there, because a lot of the sites, Facebook pages that I clicked on, just have that silhouette and they don't have a photo of you. And honestly and truly, if I can't see a photo of you, I wonder if you're someone I want to order from. Now, I don't mean to hurt your feelings again. I'm just being totally honest. That's what a lot of people think when they go and they look at your Etsy page, and you may not have a photo there. They look at your Facebook page, you may not have a photo there. I want them to get to know you because you're important, and you've been given this awesome God-given gift, and we've got to get it out there. So that's why, I've truly been doing a lot of thinking about this morning. I've been reading through the group for a while, and I think I was kind of pushed into it because my computer is not working. The computer service that I use came and picked it up this morning because it will not reboot. And it's a fairly new computer, and I have 2 hard drives in it that are 4 terabytes apiece. So it should be working. And I didn't want to waste this time. I'm using my laptop, which I really can't do a lot of work from. I don't have a lot saved on it. That's how I ended up spending this time going through and looking at your posts, feeling what you said, trying to understand what you said about why you didn't use Facebook, why you haven't tried to sell on Etsy yet, why you haven't tried to sell at all yet. So, first thing I want you to do, very first thing, open Etsy today. Now, if you already have an Etsy store, great. If you don't have an Etsy store, that's your homework. I want you to open an Etsy store. Now, we have training in Best of Nancy about how to open an Etsy store. But for right now, I don't want to get you sidetracked. And we're right in the middle of adding a whole lot of content to Best of Nancy. So if you go in right now, you can see the Etsy training videos. You can see some other great things that we've added lately, but a lot more is coming. So I guess I don't want to discourage you from joining either. If you would like to join, you can go ahead and do that, and you can look through our Etsy training videos, which they're excellent. Susan Furco filmed those for us, and she did a really good job. I think we've got 11 videos. And boy, I'm just going all over the charts today. If you want to join Best of Nancy, and I hadn't planned on promoting Best of Nancy today, if you want to join Best of Nancy, we are right in the middle of lowering the price because we want to make it affordable for everyone. And we'll have different levels of training. But the lowest level that's going to have as much or more information as we've always had in there is going to be $19.97 per month instead of $47 per month. That's awesome. I'm so excited about that. Okay, I got to get back on track here. You can go in right now and join Best of Nancy for $19.97 if you like. And I would love to have you. But just be aware that we are still working on pages. There are still some videos that don't work just yet. And a lot more is coming. And if you're already a member of Best of Nancy, we will be contacting you about lowering your rates. Okay, I'm going to get back now to what I was talking about. I want you to have an Etsy store. If you already have an Etsy store and you're not selling, excuse me, then there's something that's not quite right, something that you need to work on. The first thing I want you to pay very special attention to is the title of the item you're listing. the headline, the description. If you want to open my Etsy page and look at it, you can. Now, when I write a description about a wreath, I guess I probably have 5 paragraphs, maybe 6. It's long, because I don't want there to be any questions about whether or not this is a wreath that you want or you'll enjoy, or whether or not it will fit your door. I describe the wreath. I describe exactly what's in it. I tell you the width and the height and the depth, so you'll know if it'll fit on your door, which is normally a 36-inch door. If you hear something, that's my kitty. Research Etsy today if you already have a page, and if you don't already have a page, either go into Etsy and look at some of their information on setting up your account, or go ahead and join Best of Nancy so that you can watch our videos on how to set up your account. Okay, that's the first thing. Next, when you list an item on Etsy, and don't wait till you think you know every single thing about Etsy. Just do what I did and go ahead and list it. It's easy, and you'll learn. Okay, as soon as your items are in Etsy, I want you to switch gears, and I want you to think about Facebook. The whole concept of selling online is social. That's why they say social media. That's why they say SEO optimization. I know, kitty. And when we say social, I mean they're going to look at your Facebook group. Facebook page, either your personal one or your Facebook fan page. They want to know about you. I don't want to see any more silhouettes of ladies' faces on Etsy or Facebook. I want to see you. I want to order from you. I want to see a smile on your face. I want to see you writing about things that mean something to you. Write about the weather you're having today. If you're snowed in, talk about how bad it is in your town. People are interested in reading stuff like that, and they feel for you, and they'll have you in their prayers, and they want to know about your family. They want to know the things you enjoy doing. They want to know how you were led to this particular craft or hobby, because I do. If I'm going to purchase from you, I want to know all of that. I want to look at your pretty smiling face, and then I want to look at the beautiful wreath that you made. And I want to read your story saying how you grew to be able to develop this talent that you may have had all of your life, but you only realized it recently. We've got, I think, a lot of work to do in those two areas, in Etsy and in Facebook. Now, I know you post on Facebook because you're writing back and forth to me and Grow with Nancy, where maybe on your own Facebook page you're not. I don't know why. Maybe you think the right people are not paying attention, or you don't have the right people listening to you, reading your posts, looking at your photos. That's okay. Keep on posting. Find beautiful pictures of things you love. Everybody knows that I love birds. I love doors. I mean, really rustic, antique doors that the paint is peeling off. I love doors with flower vines crawling up and hanging all over them. Doors that look like they haven't been opened in years. I love windows. I love flowers. I love meadows. I love gardens. Those are the kind of photos that I put in my Facebook page. And this is up to you. You don't have to do this. I talk about my faith. I might find a devotional that I read that's very appropriate with a photo. And if you don't care to do that, that's fine. Just talk about your feelings. Well, I feel like I've really rambled today. I didn't mean to ramble. I just feel so strongly that a lot of you are just right on the edge, and you just need to come on in here and join us. So I'm going to get this video up on Grow with Nancy very quickly, and then I'm going to go through and answer some of your questions this morning on a computer that I'm having a really hard time typing on, and I'm really sorry because there'll probably be some mistakes. And I'm going to be praying that they're going to fix my computer and bring it back to me really soon. Okay. I love you all. I am so thrilled and honored that you're in our Facebook group and that you're wanting to learn from me and all of the others in there. Okay. That's it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.